being a big deck, you know, you can't. I think that really affects your ability to consistently see cards. So I have a feeling the variance is pretty high. That would be my assumption.
Yeah, I think if you're playing a Yurion deck, no matter which Yurion deck it is, just because of the size of the deck, you kind of become like a mid-range deck, like by accident, like unintentionally.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Um, you kind of have to just do everything. You have to have answers for everything in the main.
Right.
A lot of utility
And
cards.
yeah. And only having, in this case, 17 instants, which, sounds like an obscene amount of instants, I guess, but, you know, to still then even be playing two force negations, you can't guarantee you're going to see your counterspells. You got to be able to
Yeah,
win without them.
yeah,
And I think pivoting into planeswalkers is a smart choice for the deck.
I agree. And she has some planeswalkers I haven't seen in a while. Sarah,
Mm-hmm.
Kiora.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm.
I altered a Kiora, so I've looked at it for hours, but yeah.
It's a cool card. It's cool
Yeah.
in this deck. Very synergistic.
Yeah, that the Benevolent was one of the cover art cards for Modern Horizons. And we were all
Yeah,
like, "Really? That's her first Planeswalker?" And
I
it's
know, right? Yeah. I was
okay.
excited. I was
I
like,
I was I was disappointed in this card. And
yeah.
then they also spoiled the Cabal Therapist at the same time. I was like,
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. You have a good
maybe this is
memory.
going to be bad.
I mean, I saw Sarah and
Mm-hmm.
th- like I think like you said it was one of the first cards spoiled from Modern Horizons, if not the first. And I was like, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm playing Sarah in
You're
every
in?
format and it just didn't
Yeah.
happen.
So, interestingly, going on right now, we have a fight over a preordain.
Yep.
So, I don't know exactly what Jesse's reading from Caitlin that he feels like he wants to fight over this preordain, but it's preordain got forced, and then that force is getting forced back, and we are getting a drown in the lock on that preordain. So, that was quite the fight over what some people would say is maybe the weakest cantrip. What do you think? In Legacy?
Um Depends on the deck, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, did he? What got drawn in the lock? Did he drawn in the lock the preordain?
Yeah,
No.
I think so.
Okay. Um.
Because it was preordained, force, drawn in the lock, and then preordained did not resolve at the end.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha. Right. Okay. Maybe his read was that. Uh. Maybe she said she didn't have lands or something. I don't know.
Right. Some sort of comment, something we say.
Gave something away.
Oh, yeah, I'm missing something important.
But in Jesse's seat though, I mean his deck is trying to disrupt.
Hmm.
His deck is trying to disrupt, get a ninja, and start doing stuff with the ninjas, right? So attacking cantrips is an option for this deck.
Okay.
And we were just talking a moment ago about me playing against Jesse on the ninjas deck.
Hmm.
I played against Jesse also on Esper Vile over
Yeah.
the weekend with Rick Steadfast leader.
Oh, wow.
He's
You got
testing the
drawn in
Walking
the
Dead
lock on the
card.
Uro.
It wasn't very good.
Oh, man.
He has
Hmm.
an Uro, yep. Rick Steadfast leader is not very good, folks.
No, no. Okay. Hot take. I do not know all the Walking Dead cards yet. I know that I look at them initially and think they look very cool for EDH, and that's about it.
Yeah, I think that's the idea. But
Hmm.
Rick Steadfast leader is a 4-drop 3/3, I think, that says humans you control get +2/+2 if you have 4 humans.
Okay.
And when he ETBs, you choose like 2 abilities, like Flying, First Strike, and Vigilance or something, and you give those
Hmm.
2 abilities to all your creatures.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds neat.
But you're just better off with Palace Jailer or something because it just didn't do anything.
Yeah, Palace Jailer is so good.
Yeah.
So we've got a hard cast ninja, but even so, it's getting in and being aggressive. and has the opportunity to get triggered when it deals combat damage next turn. I think Jesse's just looking to be efficient with his mana.
This is such
Maybe.
a cool card. This Eureka.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people were trying to break this almost as soon as it came out. Do you remember like people were trying to put like Emrakul's on top of their library and stuff?
Yeah, yeah. It didn't end up working out, but it did. We did see the opportunity there.
Yeah, people were trying it.
Mm-hmm.
What was that? Do you remember that other partner creature? I think it was from previous years that like whenever you cast your first spell of the turn, deals damage equal to CMC. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's a black-red creature.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
What is that card? Somebody in chat.
Yeah.
Vial
Okay, here we
Smasher.
go.
There we go.
Oh,
Vial
yes, yes,
Smasher.
yes. Thank you.
Yeah. I was convinced that card was going to be a legacy staple when it came out. I was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I was wrong about that card, and I was wrong about Sarah, and that's it. Those are the only cards I was ever wrong about.
Okay, that's it. You called all the others. Oh yeah, by the way, it's really hard to it's like awkward to resolve a Jace Fate Seal
Oh,
over
yeah.
camera because you're like flipping the card up, turning around. You're not sure if you're actually showing the camera.
Yeah.
Flipping.
I think we're going to ban Jace from the stream.
Yeah. Okay, that seems fair.
Ooh, Force on top. Dang.
Ooh. Man, Eureka.
That's rough. Eureka hits hard.
Yeah, for a 1/3.
Force of Fill threatening me. Don't do it. Okay.
No, I don't think it's happening.
There was another card that like made you reveal the top card of your library for a while that we were playing with.
Force
Uh,
spike?
I
Or
don't
not
know.
force spike. What's the card that we say the +1 for Jace is? Because force spike obviously is
Face Heal?
not it. Fate Seal. Yes, thank you.
I don't know. There was another
Oh,
card that was
Consigned
revealing
to
libraries.
Oblivion.
Sent to Oblivion, yeah. With Eureka? Okay. Yeah, it's a mechanic, not a
Predict is
card. Yeah.
fun online.
What's that?
They're saying that Predict is another one that's difficult to do online. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is actually. I
Oh,
mean,
it is a mechanic. Okay.
yeah. I think it's a mechanic that was never actually in a set. It was just on some future sight cards.
Mm-hmm.
Like it never really had its day. It was just like on one or two cards. And the name stuck.
Yeah. Yeah, I always play these creature decks that really hate Swords of Plowshares. White was not really that popular in Legacy for a while, so I wasn't seeing very much of it. But these days, not so much.
Uh-oh. Force pitching Ingenious Infiltrator on the swords.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse at 15. Force of Negation. Alright, Force of Negation gets it, so Eureka's gone.
Mm-hmm.
It's good news for her.
Yeah, that's a lot of counter magic. Well, I guess it's just Force Will and Force Negation on Caitlyn's side, but it's been showing up for Jesse.
Oh, it's Caitlyn's turn now.
Mm-hmm.
Ornithopter. I love that Ornithopter gets played in this deck.
I know. It almost seems like a filler, but
Yeah,
it's perfect, especially with the flying.
exactly. Yeah, and it's free.
Yeah. All right, 3 fairy coming down. Or
3
maybe.
fairy.
Yep, coming down. Oh no, is that big fairy? No, that's 3 fairy.
Yeah. Jesse not really doing a lot to stop anything. He needs his sideboard, though. He probably can't wait to get to his sideboard. Fatal Push on top?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what do you do with that? Nothing.
Yeah. Well, and then Jesse, oh, eliminate onto
Ooh,
fairy. That is
nice.
great. Well, it's interesting that Jesse's choosing to have the counter battles over things like Swords to Plowshare and Preordain when there's now a Jace and a Teferi on the battlefield.
Yep.
But maybe you could just choose to ignore the uh, Planeswalkers to a certain extent with the Ninja's deck.
Um, not in this particular situation, no. But yeah,
Yeah,
I know what
no,
you
not
mean.
looking good here. All right, that eliminate got countered by Force Negation, unfortunately.
Yeah. Force of Phil, what deck are you going to play tomorrow on stream? We're streaming tomorrow, Catherine, on a Tuesday. Very,
On
very,
Tuesday, special
yeah.
Tuesday stream
Special
in
Tuesday
addition to
stream
Wednesday
in
or in
addition to
lieu of
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
In
Oh,
addition to
nice.
Wednesday.
Are you
Um,
streaming here on Twitch?
on Twitch. Yep. Michael Mapson uh,
Hmm.
is going to join us for the stream and play against our NYC Eternal crew, Phil Bleckman, Roland Chang, and Jason Murray. Should be fun.
All right, sounds great.
Classic Miracles tomorrow. Uh-oh. Okay.
Topless miracles. Good luck.
Bringing heat on Wednesday. Uh-oh.
Heat as in burn, mono red burn.
Uh-oh. That would be interesting. Phil Bleckman on Burn. I think it would throw everybody off. All right,
All
Baleful
right, let's
Strix
see
is
if this
sticking.
Ornithopter can swing in and get some ninjutsu. Ooh, no, straight to a pass.
Hmm. Not looking good for Jesse, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay, okay, Phil, we'll do.
Oh man.
Greg Berlinroot's watching
And
right now, like, hey, come on, guys.
thank you, Jebediah, for the reminder. We did not start the timer.
God damn it. Ah. Jebediah, you know what? This is your fault. You're supposed to remind me 20 minutes ago. I don't even know what to do. What do
I
you say? How much time should be on the clock?
I have no um
How
30
much time should
minutes?
be on the clock,
I
chat?
have no concept of time.
I think we started about 15 minutes ago.
Okay. 35 minutes.
30 minutes left on the clock, says chat. I'll
Mm.
say 35 minutes. That was your first guess. That was my guess, too. Woof. I gotta start remembering that. I'm just not used to it.
Especially when we got Stasis locking. I
I
understand.
know, right? Yeah, true. Jebediah is conscious of
Force to fill.
bedtimes here.
Yeah. So chess clock obviously exists online. And if you've
Hmm.
ever seen me play online, you see that I time out online all the time. Because I think whenever I have priority, I have not figured that process out yet online. And unfortunately, I don't think the chess clock is functionally possible in real life because of the amount of times priority flips. You know, you'd be just like bam, bam, bam the whole game.
Yeah. I mean, bedtime is important. Um, I was gonna say it would be interesting though to see like let's say a pro tour or something where there was chess clocks, like actual chess clocks. You got to make a play or you got to tap the clock.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't think they would ever do that, but it would be interesting.
It would be interesting as just a trial. Like, let's
Yeah,
see what would happen.
because
Could
you have
we
to play
do it?
fast. You have to play fast.
Yeah.
I have no choice.
I mean, slow play is a tough thing. Obviously, you guys saw me dirtle pretty badly at one point. I think there was probably at least more than 30 seconds without a play, probably close to 2 minutes. And in real life, I would have expected to have my opponent staring at me, maybe starting to get the attention of a judge. What's wrong with my, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
But
I feel you.
as I say, I'm not a slow player. In that one point, I was definitely a slow player.
Yeah, I don't know if people would consider me a slow player. Honestly, I really don't know. People who have played against me in chat, do I play slow? I have no idea. I feel like I don't. I feel like I rush too
Yeah.
much.
My favorite, so my the etiquette that I would prefer. Ooh, alting Jace. Here we go.
Jace
for slow
ult is
play
rough. Sorry, what'd you say?
is I'm probably a little too generous with my opponents in real life for slow play because
Yeah.
I tend to notice my opponent is playing slowly. I will try to get the attention of a judge, like catching their eye, to try to pull them over a little bit subtly.
Mm.
But I know some people will, if they feel like their opponent's slow playing, which is probably a correct rule of thumb, is they will watch the clock and see if their opponent hasn't made a play for 30 seconds, and then they will ask their opponent to make a play. Ruby Storm, I don't know that deck. Nick Fick, I mean, I play Reanimator. I feel like if I were to play Nick Fit, it would be like a lower quality. As you guys may notice, I am not winning a ton, but that's
You
fine.
know what? It's
I'm here
very
to have fun.
hard to like switch decks if you're not used
I'm
to it.
learning a lot.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not
I
easy to just pick
generally
up a deck.
avoid blue.
You avoid blue.
Yeah.
I think we're opposites in that way, where I
Mm-hmm.
avoid not playing blue. I
Yeah.
hold on to blue like it's like it's all I got.
Yeah. All right. Starting off with a changeling. I don't know what that one is. Changeling something. Zombie
Changeling
changeling?
Outcast. Changeling
Outcast.
Outcast can't be blocked
And
and is
then
a ninja. Ooh,
interesting.
Days
So
on the
Jesse is
Ponder. I love
sticking
that.
with this. Yeah, he's sticking with this strategy of really aggressively um, disrupting the early game for Caitlyn.
I'm with that.
Ooh, and then a wasteland.
All right, Jesse, not screwing around this game.
Oh, mono red storm with ruby medallion and wheel effects. Okay, I'm writing that down. I do. I love wheel.
Tweet Catherine deck lists. Send me deck lists too. I like deck lists.
Yeah. Here, what do I got? Link. Why is my thing so far away? Link tree. This is me. Oh my gosh, it's the end of the day. That's not my link tree, you guys. I can't type it. Did it?
You did it. You did it. Can you delete a chat? I don't know. That's all right. It's not that
Maybe you can
serious.
delete your own.
I don't know.
No.
I just figured you could delete the wrong one. But it's not that
Oh
serious.
yeah, I tried to do that the other day on my stream because there was just an error in that, and I thought it'd be easier to try to delete, and I could not. I could only block somebody.
Oh, okay. You can block yourself.
Yeah.
All right. Changeling Outcast swing in here. Are we going to see a ninjutsu? I think we are.
Yes.
Yeah. I like that. Are we rooting for ninjas now or are we rooting for stasis?
I mean, okay. In
No
in
grudges.
March Madness, in March Madness logic. So I went to Syracuse. I always, whenever I do a bracket for March Madness, I always have Syracuse winning. So
Okay.
my logic is because Syracuse hasn't won for a bit. We did get to the Final Four recently. Um, Whoever beats Syracuse is who I then want to win out because then you feel less salty when you lost to the person who went all the way, the team that went all the way. So since I lost to Caitlyn, I feel like I should be rooting for her
Okay. That's fair.
under the
I
same
feel like
logic.
I should have lost to Caitlyn, so I'll root for her as well. That is a 4th edition swamp, but I don't know if it's a summer swamp. I'll try to remember to ask. I think the 4th edition swamps just look all messed up. Or revised, sorry, 3rd edition. We
Yeah,
have to
I
cheer for
think that
Stasis. Okay.
right. We just don't get to see Stasis that often. And you don't get to
No.
see Stasis do its thing that often. It was great that against me, Caitlyn got to lock out and do the whole thing. I mean, it
Yeah.
didn't feel great on my side of the board, but I appreciated, putting a tricky deck like that together and it going off is awesome.
Yeah. I mean, my match, I felt like I sprinted through a minefield and somehow didn't hit anything. That's how I felt.
Mm-hmm.
I got so
Yeah.
lucky.
Also, you
I
got to keep mana in your opening hand. I should have mulled to 4. Like, I think we can all agree to that.
I don't know. It depends on what your hand is. I'm sure some reanimator hands without lands are fine.
It was any mana source off the top. I was going to be able to go off I think even through a counterspell,
Yeah.
and it had a chancellor. Like, I mean, there was a reason for keeping it. It was just stupid.
No Bant, no Rug, or no Bug. Natural order. Natural order decks.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, my friend Steve is really into natural order decks. Those are really interesting, obviously, because they're operating on a really unique axis. But exactly, it's all about no one having fun. I know I did just play Karn Echoes, and that's also a little bit about no one having fun.
I just realized this
So the
Stasis deck doesn't have Chalice. And for some reason, it feels like a Stasis deck would have Chalice. Maybe not. I don't know.
yeah, then you give up your cantrips.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe that sucks. Never mind. I take it back.
Hmm. I'm not really familiar with any other stasis builds. I don't think I've ever played against it in Legacy. Maybe out of the sideboard, but not really at all.
Mm, yeah, I don't remember the last time I played against a Stasis deck before tonight. It must have been years.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Maybe there's a very small subreddit or Facebook group for stasis and Legacy.
I'm sure there is. Is there a Facebook group for everything, by the way? Are you in any
It feels like
Are
it.
you in any Facebook groups that are weird?
I am. I'm in like Manaless Dredge
Okay.
on that. I'm on that Facebook group. For a while, I was in the 8-Rack Facebook group. Again, you
Ooh,
can see
what
I'm
were
just a
those people
degenerate
like?
player. Very passionate about very finely tuning that deck.
Okay, I like it. So you're in the 8-Rack Facebook group. Do you like share a meme about 8-Rack stuff to the page and it
It's
gets like a lot
usually
of likes?
no, it's usually like hardcore deck building. Like,
Oh, okay.
take a
So it's
look at
very
my deck
serious
list,
business.
and mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I'm part of the Merfolk Facebook group.
Wow. Okay.
Jund, yeah. Basically, all of my decks, I'm a part of that Facebook group.
This back to basics
Back to
does not look very
basics.
good.
Yeah, he's got the swamp. You know, it might be okay.
Sack the Thopter, get a 4/4.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes. This is swinging for a lot here, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah,
I think Jesse's got this one. I think. Unless the stasis resolves, right?
right. Unless slam stasis. So that's 8 going to 6.
Yeah, going to 6.
So next turn lethal. But um, Caitlin could no, she can't quite escape an Uro. She would maybe need like a fetch land.
Mm, yeah.
And is it escape 5 or escape 4?
5 cards.
It is 5. Okay, well now
5
she just
cards.
nope.
2
A
blue,
fetch
2
land
green, and
will
5
get it.
cards. Yeah.
So I don't know if that was risky on Jesse's side to wasteland the Mystic Sanctuary because now it makes a fetch land off the top. Oh, back to basics. Interesting. I forgot about that. So I take back that.
Yeah. Back to basics is going to make moat impossible here. Chat. Brainstorm.
Yeah. Lacking double white for right now.
Yep. Back to
But it's
basics.
great to see this deck has these like classic old cards like Moat, Tabernacle, Back to Basics, and Stasis.
It's true.
Plus these obscenely modern cards, new cards like Oko and Uro.
Yeah, this deck is a trip down memory lane, I think.
I do not make tokens. I have not made tokens.
Are you interested in making tokens? Or you just haven't done it?
Uh, I have not made tokens. I'm not interested in making tokens because I think there are people who make really cool tokens. that are made with digital art.
Yeah, that's cool. Just wondering.
Hmm.
Yeah, Mystic Sanctuary against Thalia Heretic Cathar does not work the way people think it does at first sight.
Oh yeah, Thalia Heretic Cathar is in my cube. I've been fighting for that card to stay in the cube too.
Did you cut Scrappy Scrounger yet?
No, again, that's one of my favorite cards.
Okay, so, all right, chat. Tough questions for chat now. Tough questions. The next secret lair, not The Walking Dead, the next one. Lord
Mhm.
of the Rings secret lair. All Lord of the Rings characters. You got Legolas and Gandalf and whatever. Do you buy it? Do you buy it, chat? And do you complain about it?
Okay. Of course I buy it because I am a huge fan of Lord of the Rings. However, because I'm a huge fan of Lord of the Rings, I know there's no way the estate is going to let them have the rights.
Hey, I'm asking questions, chat. I
I
don't know.
mean, it would be amazing. It would be amazing.
Okay.
I would be so happy. But then again, okay, then I would get like deep tracks, Lord of the Rings, but then it has to be like Alan Lee's art. Like to me, Lord of the Rings is very clearly just the two artists, Alan Lee and I can't remember his other name.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know the artists, but I know the art you're talking about.
How? That's right. That's
How?
his first. Yeah, his first. John Howe. John Howe and Alan Lee. I would only want to. I mean, I would buy them regardless, but I would pay much more if you could get John Howe and Alan Lee to do the art for the Lord of the Rings cards. Watsy, make it happen.
Okay. So besides Lord of the Rings, Catherine,
Hmm.
you've been you've been contacted by Wizards of the Coast, and they say to you, "Okay, we need to make a secret lair, and we're all out of ideas. We need you to tell us what to make."
What's
What
my next great secret layer idea?
Yeah, but like, pulling characters or whatever from other franchises and
Wow.
stuff.
I mean, I think again, if you could get the rights, etc., etc., I think Song of Ice and Fire, Game of Thrones would probably do pretty well.
Yeah, I would buy it.
I'm literally looking at my books over here right now and deciding.
But okay, they make
Ooh, manga. I loved the manga cards. We need more manga cards.
manga like the anime
Anime.
pornography?
What? Excuse me, no. You need to
What is
know.
it? What am I
Manga
thinking
is
of?
just a, I mean,
Sorry,
you're
I'm not
thinking of
familiar
a
with anime, and
genre.
I'm not familiar with anime. I'm sorry if I'm thinking of the wrong thing.
I'm like turning red. Um, no, anime is the Japanese art style for their comic books. Or excuse me, manga is the Japanese art style for their comic books.
Okay, I'm
Anime
learning
is
here.
the animation of that. There
Okay,
are obvious, and the difference between comic books in America and comic books in Japan is that they are written for all audiences, from young children all the way up to adults, including, as you point out, pornography as part of it. But Japan has really, really specific rules about pornography, but this is probably not the forum to discuss that.
okay, no, it's not. It's not. But okay. Chat is now correcting me what I was thinking of. Okay, I will I will I will
So
say
back to the magic.
I, I went to art school and I had a lot of anime fans in my classes and all
I
they drew
understand.
was pornography. Okay, so
I
I
understand.
thought that's what we were talking about and my bad.
I love the
Secret Lair
idea of
band cards.
secret layer band cards because I really liked when were they were doing those sets. Um, oh my gosh, they were like 15 cards and they had a theme and they came out in all these really fancy foils
Mhm.
and
From the vault?
from the vault. They did like a from the thank you.
These are basically from
Um,
the vaults, right? In a way, kind of
sure. Yeah.
a new version of that.
Secret Lair Space Ghost. Exiled, yeah, it was from the vault.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Do
you
a
said,
Cartoon Network crossover?
wow, remember Cartoon Network? Do they still have that?
I don't know. I don't watch TV. I just watch the internet.
Yeah, me too. I don't even have cable anymore. I haven't had cable for
Mm-mm.
like 10 years. Um,
No.
what was I gonna say? Oh, okay. So you picked out your best secret lair idea, and it was Song of Ice and Fire, Game of Thrones, whatever people want to call it. What would
Yeah.
be the worst one that you can think of?
I mean, Walking Dead is pretty high up there. Um, worst one. Another good one would be Warhammer, by the way. Secret
Yeah,
Lair, Sesame
Cookie
Street?
Monster.
No, people would love that. What would people hate?
I think Sesame Street would do it for me.
Secret Lair Jackson Pollock? I have no idea. That would probably sell well too.
Oh, um,
Secret Lair reserved list. Blah.
Secret Lair Rugrats.
Oh my gosh. I didn't have cable growing up, so I only watched Rugrats in Spanish. I do not speak Spanish, but I knew all
Oh,
the cool kids were watching Rugrats,
oh, Rugrats
so I
was
watched
fun.
it in Spanish.
I liked Rugrats. I like
Furbies.
Rugrats a lot.
I'm a Flash and Tommy Pickle. Oh man.
Come on, if they made a Chucky from Rugrats card, I bet everybody would buy it.
Well, it would be for the target. I mean, I don't know what the average, that would be something I'd like to know. What's the average age of a Magic player? Like, are they us? Are they younger, older, you know?
Well, I know who watches my channel is like 25 to 35, but I don't know who the average overall Magic player is. Probably, I would bet
You
younger,
can
like
find that out.
15 to 25.
I have not done those stats on my channel. I don't know how to do that.
I
31?
all all references I make on stream are because of stats.
Okay.
I'm joking, but it is good to know.
So I'm a skosh older than the average
Me
Magic
too.
player.
Me too. I'm surprised it's that high.
Yeah, me
I
too.
I would bet it was like
I
24.
thought Arena would be able to pull that number down, basically.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, these
I'm
players are
surprised.
just fighting over everything. We had a ninjutsu happen, and now it looks like we're fighting over a Teferi, getting forced and then forced back.
Chat has me laughing. I'm sorry.
I know. All the vampires have sparkle mechanics. Oh my gosh.
I think we figured out some really bad secret layers tonight, and some
Twilight
really good
would be the
ones.
worst. Oh my gosh. Twilight would be so bad. It would be like WotC's pathetic attempt to try to get more women to play. They're like,
Which
let's
one would
do
be?
a it would be WotC's
Oh,
pathetic
Twilight.
attempt to
Yeah,
get more
yeah,
women to play is to get is to have Twilight.
yeah.
Like,
I
yeah,
agree.
we want the geeky women to play. They like Twilight, right?
Ugh.
Ugh.
What's that? What's that book that turned into a movie that all like the women would go crazy for? It was
Can you
uh
give me a genre?
it was like a romance thing. The guy
They're 50 Shades of Grey. I almost
50
said
Shades of
30
Grey.
Shades of
Thank you.
Grey.
50 Shades of Grey. If they made a 50 Shades of Grey secret lair.
Oh my god. What happened to our 12 plus game?
Oh, 50 Shades of Grey secret lair, that would be bad. That would be really bad.
So, does Teferi turn off ninjutsu?
Um, I don't believe so because it's an ability.
Right. Okay, that's what I wanted. I didn't know if it was an alternate casting cost.
Force of Phil's got all the
Secret
secret
Lair.
lair ideas.
Mm-hmm.
I like Legends of the
Or
Hidden
you could
Temple.
do.
Did you watch that?
I didn't have cable.
Oh,
It
okay,
sounds like
sorry.
a cable TV.
I don't know if
I
it was on
watched
cable
Thomas
actually.
the Tank Engine
You watch what?
and
Thomas the Tank?
Thomas the Tank Engine, which I loved.
I don't think I ever watched that, honestly. I don't know.
It's on PBS.
Gotcha.
And Lamb Chops. I guess that's a little young. Because isn't Legends of Hidden Temple like fifth grade ish aged kids that they're aiming for?
Yeah, I think so. Lamb Chop was like for babies, right? like toddlers.
When you don't have cable, you watch what's on.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. But, kids these days, they don't understand. You gotta adjust the antenna. They don't even know what that is.
Secret Lair Home Alone. Did you like Home Alone?
Yeah. Oh, who didn't like Home Alone? I
I don't know.
mean, obviously, I loved Home Alone. I thought it was hilarious. I loved all of those, like, physical comedy shows growing up.
My partner Teresa loved Home Alone growing up. She loves Home Alone to this day.
Hmm.
And um,
Did
we
she go to Wilmette to see where it was filmed? It's outside of Chicago,
oh, I don't know. I'll have to ask her later.
the neighborhood. Hmm.
But I recently tried the Home Alone card game. We have it.
Oh,
It was not bad.
yeah.
Maybe we'll play it on stream if someone begs me to.
Ooh,
Nobody
Secret
will.
Lair US presidents makes me think you could do like Secret Lair, some sort of like major historic events. Like how they had like Bazaar of Baghdad was a real place and they kind of
Oh
stopped doing
yeah,
that. I
yeah.
feel like Secret Lair could be like real places. That would be cool. Or
They could
historic
be
places.
they could be legendary sorceries. They could bring those back.
Yeah. Oh man.
What would be what would be a historical event that you would make a card about?
Uh My
I
first
don't know.
answer is not a good one. It's the Hindenburg balloon. Like, what is wrong? That should not be it. Let's do, I don't know, invention of the printing press. I have no idea.
Yeah, I guess. It would have to be like positive things because you can't make like a
Yeah.
secret lair card that's like 9/11 legendary sorcery or
No,
something that's like just so bad.
no, that's so bad. Go even further back for historic events. Secret Lair, Big Bang, and then people will do the Big Bang Theory,
Yeah.
which I don't know if it's a popular or unpopular opinion, but I do not like the Big Bang Theory.
Just like yikes.
Yikes.
Maybe that was a really bad joke, and I'm sorry. I was
I'm
just thinking
sorry.
of historical events from my lifetime. I'm sorry.
Hmm. We have Winter Orb being forced.
Okay, that seems
Wow.
like a good thing to force. This game
Yeah.
has been wild, by the way. Oh, what's that?
Okay. As a retrofitter foundry times
Oh,
two.
okay.
It does seem like though Wizards R&D, if you could just let them go hog wild on secret layers, I guess the art department maybe even more so
Yeah.
could just go crazy and do some really cool things. Ooh, Super Mario?
Super
That would
Mario
be
would be
so
cool.
cool.
That would be cool. So, okay, just rewinding for a second. Are people more
Mm.
mad about this is like kind of a good thought experiment and I'm glad chat's into the conversation. Are people
Oh, there
more
we go.
mad
Just
about The Walking Dead than they are about the Secret Lairs? Oh no. All right, that's game.
um I am pretty frustrated by The Walking Dead for sure. And I've also been pretty frustrated by my Secret Lair experience, but I guess I am letting it go. I don't know. I like the game too much.
I feel you. I feel you.